The story begins with you sitting in your living room on a calm evening. The atmosphere is peaceful. The TV is on, but the sound is low. Outside, the wind is gently rustling the leaves, and it feels like a normal night. Suddenly, you hear faint crying outside your window. At first, you think it might be your imagination, or perhaps the wind. The crying continues, soft and mournful, tugging at your curiosity. You hesitate, debating whether to check or ignore it. You slowly approach the window, heart pounding slightly. Pulling back the curtain, you see a woman standing outside under a street lamp. Her back is turned, and her shoulders are shaking as if she's sobbing. The eerie glow of the street lamp gives her a shadowy silhouette. Concerned, you open the window slightly and call out, "Are you okay?" The crying stops abruptly, but she doesn't turn around. You feel a chill run down your spine as the silence becomes unnerving. Gathering courage, you call out again, "Do you need help?" Slowly, the woman begins to turn around, her movements unnaturally slow. When she faces you, her face is partially obscured by her hair, but there's something familiar about her features. You squint, trying to place where you've seen her before. A sudden memory flashes in your mind, an old family photograph. The woman looks exactly like someone in the background of the photo, but you can't remember who she is. Panic starts to build as you realize the photo was taken long before you were born. The woman raises her hand, as if to reach out, but she remains distant. Her lips move as though she's saying something, but no sound comes out. You feel a strange pull and urge to step outside and approach her. End quote. And then the editor cites, against your better judgment, you unlock the door and step out into the cold night air. The street lamp flickers as you approach her, heightening your unease. The woman stands motionless now, her face still obscured. As you get closer, you call out again, but she vanishes before your eyes. You're left standing under the street lamp, staring at the empty spot where she stood. A faint scent of roses lingers in the air, and the crying starts again. But this time it's coming from behind you. Spinning around, you see nothing but the empty street and the quiet houses. Something on the ground catches your eye, a folded piece of paper. Picking it up, you find a handwritten note, "Remember me." You rush back inside, shaken and confused. Digging through old family albums, you find the photo with the mysterious woman in the background. The photo is dated decades before you were born, and the woman's face is clearer now, matching the stranger outside. You ask your parents about the photo, but they become evasive, claiming not to know her. Days pass, and you can't shake the feeling that there's more to the story. After persistent questioning, your grandmother finally reveals the truth. The woman in the photo is your great-aunt who disappeared under mysterious circumstances. She was last seen on a cold night, crying near her house. You start noticing strange occurrences around your house, faint crying at odd hours, doors creaking open, and the scent of roses lingering. It becomes clear that the woman's spirit is tied to you and the family, but why? Delving deeper, you discover that your great-aunt's disappearance was never solved. Rumors in the family suggest she was wronged or betrayed, and her spirit may be seeking justice or closure. You find an old diary hidden in the attic, filled with cryptic entries about betrayal and heartbreak. One night, you hear the crying louder than ever before, and the scent of roses is overwhelming. You step outside to confront the spirit, determined to help her find peace. The woman appears again, and this time she speaks. "You're the only one who can set things right. This is for the sake of your marriage." She leads you to an old forgotten part of the property where you uncover buried letters and belongings. The items reveal a tragic love story and a betrayal that led to her disappearance. You share the truth with your family, bringing light to the great-aunt's story. The family holds a small memorial in her honor, acknowledging her pain and offering prayers for her peace. After the memorial, the strange occurrences cease. No more crying, no flickering lights, no scent of roses. You feel a sense of relief, knowing you've helped her spirit find rest. The experience leaves you with a deeper understanding of family history and the importance of uncovering hidden truths. You often wonder what would have happened if you hadn't listened to the crying that night. Months later, you see her one final time in a dream, smiling peacefully. When you wake up, the air smells faintly of roses, and you feel a sense of closure.